Hello, Thomas fans, and welcome once again. So today I've just been just going to do a little bit of an update and announcement video. But also I would quite like you guys to get involved in this as well. Okay, first thing I want to say is the drama series I was doing, called Sodor. I have recently decided that I am going to stop. I'm going to stop doing the episodes basically. The reasons for this was it was just really too much of a commitment for me to make. You see, because I'd done so much planning for this that I'd gone so far ahead that I realised that making all the episodes I'd written down was going to take such a long time, and considering I'm this close to pursuing my dream of acting and voice acting, I don't think I would be able to have time to make all the episodes, because I had written 15 series in total of episodes, so that's 150 in total, and it was just going to be too impossible to make all of them, and really by the end of the 15th season that was really the only time I wanted to officially end the show. So yeah, I've just going to stop right where I am. But since I've got all the lines recorded for the first season, I might do that at some point in the future, but only if my heart is in it, really. But still, I still want to use my creative side in writing and making big projects. So I can announce that at some point at the end of this year and the start of next year, I will be making my next big movie. Now, if you remember, if you've been around here a long time, you will have probably seen my big documentary movie titled Sodor Safety, and that proved to be very popular. So thank you for all the support for that. And I have decided that I will be making another big movie to maybe come around the same time as Sodor Safety, to try and do a yearly thing where I just make a film. Now, I have come up with quite a few ideas, 4 to be exact. So I want to leave it to you guys to choose which idea you prefer. Okay, the first idea I have is another documentary movie. Now, going back to the Sodor drama, there were a few storylines I've written down that had a lot of big major storylines and disasters. And I thought I decided to bring one of them into a documentary. So this is kind of documenting the events of that disaster, and just interviewing engineers and passengers as well, to talk about that dreadful day. The movie is titled The Day That Changed Sodor, because this is basically the story behind Sodor's biggest ever accident. And so yeah, that's the first idea. The second idea I have is a prequel to The Adventure Begins. A sort of prequel. This one talks about the time that Gordon first arrived on Sodor. I haven't come up with a good title for it at the moment, so at the moment it's just called Gordon the Big Engine. I just based this on the idea that when Gordon seems to act a lot like he's been here for years and years when we first meet him in The Adventure Begins. But I thought, what would Gordon have been like when he first arrived on Sodor? Would he have been more shy or inexperienced? I just thought that would be a good idea for a film. So that's the second idea. The third idea, well, if you've seen the GWR Studios video where he looked at the real life Henry the Green Engine and listened to that story, you might have noticed that I commented saying that the story behind Henry should be made into a film. And that's the idea I've come up with. The story behind Henry being created. You'll already know the story, I imagine, if you've watched that video. So yeah, that's the third idea, and we'll talk about like how Henry was built, that unknown engineer who built him, and everything leading up to when he got his new shape. So yeah, that's the third idea. The fourth idea is a present day film. It's around the time of, well, the present day. Called Thomas's Father. Now, I know it sounds a bit strange, but in this film, Thomas wonders to himself, whose idea was it to give steam engines a face and an identity? What could bring them to life, along with all the other vehicles? So Thomas goes, along with some of his friends, to England to search for his search for the man who created him and his friends and gave them the ability to live and speak. So yeah, that's the fourth idea. So so from here I'm going to leave it to you guys. Let me know down in the comments which one you prefer. The Day That Changed Sodor, Gordon the Big Engine, Henry the Green Engine, or Thomas's Father. Which one would you like me to make? I imagine if I have a lot of time I will probably make all four of these at some point, but I really can't decide which one to do first, and I'm going to leave that to you guys. Let me know down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.